Yeah.
That's the Parliament's building where they are normal. In the evening, this whole building is lighting with lights.
Right.
Yeah? Except one part. You see the small tower over there?
Yes.
That's the tower where Rutte is, the Prime Minister.
Okay.
That part
Is that his office?
is her office.
Okay.
That part in the evening is dark. Satanic.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the building is lighting, except the small tower over there
Dark.
is dark.
Huh.
I stand here 4 days, day and night, with a banner on my car, standing in front of his office
Yeah.
in 2020.
That's the lockdowns
Here
during the
4 days.
lockdowns.
Every evening, I see whole building is lighting except the small tower. You tell me why.
Right. I don't know why. You tell me why. Are they?
What's happening over there?
No.
What's happening over there? What are they doing there?
Adrenochrome?
Must be something like that.
Drag queen story hour?
Yeah, I think so. Because Rutte doesn't have a girlfriend.
Oh no?
No.
Single.
He's single.
Ah.
We think that's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or something look like that. But now they're renovating this.
Yeah.
And when they start, they said it cost 70 million euro
Yeah.
to renovate. Now the price is doubling
Yeah. Go figure.
at last. Maybe more than doubling.
Right.
That's when you're here in the night, there's no lights.
No lights in the tower.
No lights in the small tower.
How long is it? How long has that been? For years and years and years?
And years.
What about?
Rutte is 12 years president of,
Okay.
of
What
the
about?
Netherlands.
What about the last president? Same thing. Or,
Oh, that's a long time ago.
yeah. It's interesting. It'd be
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. They're all the same.
Yeah.
They're all the
They're
same.
they're installed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you go into the building, you have to sign for Klaus Schwab. That's my opinion.
Right. I understand.
And everybody said, okay, I signed, so I have the job.
Right.
It's not possible that when you're normal thinking people,
Right.
person, you go in there and you cannot change anything.
Right.
75 people in the building. It's the government.
Right. Parliament.
And nobody can change.
Yeah. A lot of talk.
Yeah.
No action.
And they have their own agenda.
Yeah.
Agenda 2030.
Yeah.
No other possibility. And they're so afraid that we're going over there.
Yeah.
Every time.
They keep you
So,
away. They keep you away.
Yeah. Always the same. When you came here, they're blocking.
Right.
I was one time in 2019, Sven knows. I was walking here, and I know that the farmers are coming in the evening. And I go here, back, across the Binnenhof, I walk there, and behind my back, one line. And they had something, oh boy, he is in, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
2 hours later, 1 hour later, there was coming 70 or 80 tractors from here to the Binnenhof. And they blocked everything. It was great.
Awesome.
Same as in February last year. We was with the truckers,
Yeah.
truck drivers. We also went there early in the morning.
Right?
5:30 we was there. We blocked everything. And they said when you don't go, we're gonna give you a booker of 25,000 euro.
Like a
You
fine?
have to pay that.
A fine?
No.
Yeah.
They had it on the paper. They were looking for me because they want to give me the paper.
Right.
But I wasn't there. I was walking here somewhere and they cannot find me. So they bring the paper at my home. They put it in the front door. When you are in The Hague, this afternoon, 5 o'clock, we arrest you and you have to pay 25,000 euro. Like, fuck you. And then try it.
So they never followed through? You just said fuck you? And intimidation.
Yeah.
Intimidation.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Right.
op dit moment pleegt. Wetgeving in Nederland en Europa telt niet meer. Sinds juli de 4e 1999 hebben wij internationaal het Schaapsverdrag. Zoek het op en wakker.
Well, we've been walking a long way.
Zij maken zich schuldig aan landverraad en dienen daarvoor gearresteerd en opgepakt te worden. Deze regering is geen regering. Dit is een poppenkast.
Iedereen bedankt voor het kijken, voor het delen, voor jullie commentaren.
Check de show.
Al dan niet positief, negatief commentaar is ook wel.
Onze wetgeving is daaraan ondergeschikt. Besef waar je mee bezig bent als wetsdienaar. Besef dat je werkt voor een illegale, corrupte, criminele bende. Dit demissionair kabinet pleegt oververraad. Daarvoor dienen zij opgepakt te
Mensen in
worden.
Limburg die onder water hebben gestaan, voor de boeren. Ik sta voor goed. Jullie kunnen heel veel commentaar leveren thuis. Ik vind het prima. Het interesseert me echt verder voor de ene flikker. Wat jullie ervan vinden en of het nu wel of niet moet opslaan, dat interesseert me geen bal. Ik hoop alleen dat jullie op gaan staan. En dat jullie eens een keer voor het besef komen. Werken gaan. Nee. Heel veel succes met
Hey,
met de katten. Hier
I'm getting educated. He's giving me some education.
Good, we need it.
Dus dank jullie wel. Fijne zondag verder. Tot de volgende keer. Whatever weather it is. Fijne 20 mei. Een wereldwijd demo. Waarmee je
opgepakt te worden en afgestraft te worden, zijn tegen lopen gegaan.
This is awesome.
Like finding your pics and your videos online?
Yeah,
Or-
YouTube.
YouTube. Great.
Well, until they take me down.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
It's going to Facebook, so I know all. I do. I've learned my lesson instead of doing long live streams.
Yeah.
Because I've done 6-7 hour live streams, and then they delete them because of one word or whatever. And so I've learned to do like half hour, 45 minutes at a time, and then start another one. That way, if I lose that one, I still have the full. You know what I mean? But this is all getting shared in America.
Okay.
And all last summer, I've been following live streamers over here and sharing the link on our American page. This is our American group. Well, we're with the Canadians too. Oops, pardon me.
What's the name?
North American Unity Tour.
Move as one.
We move as one. Now we're joined up with Angela and the farmers.
Yeah.
So we've already had a admin meeting. We're going to have to redesign this. We got to get the Dutch flag in there.
How about the Australians? Still any contact with them?
No, I have some contacts in New Zealand.
Zealand,
Boy, they're
okay.
getting their asses beat there hard.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back where we started.
We're back.
Wow. I don't know where the hell I am. I'm like, fuck.
You were just following the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Our, one of my members, Wendy, she got to ride in the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just beside herself.
She left to walk.
Yeah, she's out walking out. She's right over there with Angela. She's with Angela.
Okay.
I thought we were gone and we were going to be. I wanted to look and get some of this stuff, and I thought, shit, I knew I should have bought it when I had the chance. So I still get to get it.
You still can.
Yeah, I got to get some.
Hey, have a good day.
You too. Thank you. What a warm welcome. These people are so nice.
Oh, er staat er alle twee op dan.
Ja, ze zijn dubbelzijdig. Heb je voor €5 heb je 10 gelamineerde en...
Go ahead.
Dit kost 50 cent en ongelamineerd is 5 cent. En we hebben ze ook in een pakje voor €5.
Too much power. Our so-called leaders, who were meant to serve and protect us,
Yeah.
instead they turned us into cheaters. What an over's connect. We've already conquered, hear the game. Not touching the way you did before. Don't act so tough, don't get enough.
lekker. Dat is de muziek. Oh, dat is ergens anders vandaan. Maar komt de muziek erbij. Oh, het is een andere mars.
I can't see any Facebook chat. If there is any.
This double came as scars us all together.
There you are.
We close to the destruction of humanity.
There you are. Oh my God.
What does it say, you know?
Yes, and I forgot already. It's not right.
I was talking to him and said, you guys need to come.
This is my friend. This is my friend I made right here. Her and I had a long talk. She gave her the American flag. They're flying our flag. Thank you. God bless. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Honored. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, yeah.
You know what that is. Just right to the new way.
Angela, it's not right.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up. Oh,
They fear this poster so much.
what about it?
That's our prime minister,
Yeah.
that's Margrethe, and that's Sigrid Kaag, and she is really from the devil.
From the devil.
The Great Reset.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Reawakening tour that we got hooked up with Mike Flynn, it's the Great Reset against the Great Awakening.
There is also the flag.
How the flag is that? Wow.
Is that,
I can get one. We have them.
is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get one. I'm gonna have to get one of those.
Yeah, maybe it's free.
Oh, yeah.
Great Reset.
How
Yeah,
much? How much? How many euros?
free.
What?
And you should hang them.
Yeah, oh,
This is
yeah.
typically Dutch resistance, and they hated it. So it's for free.
Awesome.
They hated it.
Good.
And
Well-
every time they pull them away and then they put them back.
Were they putting them up around town or something? Ah.
Everywhere.
It doesn't add up.
You can see the police beating up people.
Yeah.
That was here in the COVID period.
Yeah, is that when there was like 1 million people here?
Yeah.
One person was telling me. There's been a few people that have apologized for not being very many people. I'm like, you're doing better than us.
Yeah,
know,
but most of
when
the
the- when the-
resistance is silent at home, and
Right.
people are tired because and the energy is low. You can feel it. Eh?
Well, we had the Americans fired up when the trucker convoy was going on, and it just petered out. The organizers, you know, when you start seeing division in the organization, people lose confidence.
It was in this
People lose
organization.
confidence. Yeah. Well, it's in Canada. It's here. I see it.
That's why I stepped in.
In the Netherlands, that's human nature, I think. You know.
That's why I stepped in. These are from the group, and they have in the northern of the Netherlands. Maybe you should talk to them. And that's their flag that feel different than the other ones in the Netherlands.
Right.
And what he has on his back, they are really connected to the people up north in
Okay.
Norway. And they said, "I'd rather be dead than be a slave."
Right on.
If you want, I can ask if you can tell something about the resistance there. Hij is al geïnteresseerd.
Hi, I'm Robert. Very good.
Thank you.
Good to meet you. What was your name?
Marcus.
Marcus.
You can find the history of Friesland,
Okay.
where we standing for freedom. You can find it. You can find it here. Liever die als slaaf.
Say that again.
Liever, oh, nee, in het Fries. Liever die als slaaf.
Okay.
Yes, it staat hier.
Yeah. Let me get in there. Oh. Okay.
Yes?
Yep.
Then you can read the history of Friesland.
Okay.
And
Just Google that.
yes,
Google it and find it.
Google of Twitter.
Yeah. That's what I use.
Is
Yeah.
it this better?
Yeah.
Is better.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Easier to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise.
They tell more of the history.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Google is.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I understand. Very familiar.
In the early years, Friesland was from France to Denmark. It's very big.
Okay.
And in the years, Belgium, Denmark, Germany. Now Friesland is very small.
Very small.
Yeah,
You got the squeeze.
but
You got the squeeze.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it is in my blood. I will free.
Yes. Oh. I can relate. Never stop.
No.
Never stop. Thank you very much.
I
Maybe have a photo, my friends, with you for a selfie.
Yes.
And would you like to have a Dutch?
I got
pic?
one.
Oh,
I
you
have
got
one. Yes.
Okay. Kunnen wij een selfie hebben? Een foto met Rob. Rob is American.
Yeah, American.
He's a builder. He builds houses. Harry is the one who was smashed. With
Oh man.
Very nice. Yeah.
With like a club.
a horse and
Oh my
they
God.
trace him behind and then from the back. He was in the paper.
Terrible.
And
I'm sorry.
I am, and we all here, we are the winners.
We are.
We are the winners.
Good. Thank you.
All my friends. We met at the demos. From the beginning.
Right on. Well, that's like our group. We never knew each other. We all met in Hagerstown, Maryland, when the trucker convoy came across the United States, and we've been connected at the hip, and we've built so many relationships with people. Here we are, you know. It just continues to grow, and it's not going to stop. All the stuff that's happening here is no different at my home. It's no different in Canada, New Zealand. New Zealand is horrible. Australia. Yes. Brazil. And so we all need to, all of us need to unify. Yeah, there's more of us than there is of them. They don't scare me.
Freemasons.
Yeah. Satanic.
Children, blood.
Yep.
The elites, the royals.
The adrenochrome, blood. And you try to talk to people, and oh, you're crazy. People can't.
You wish you were
can't-
crazy.
Yes, people can't comprehend. It's just too overwhelming. My stepmother, I try to talk to her about this. Can't do, and I can't. I don't want to upset her. So I'm her voice that she's not using. What was the tipping point for me is in 2020 in the U.S., March 13th, 15 days to stop the spread. They shut us down. Just for 15 days. I didn't know. We were all scared. What the hell's happening? My biggest fear, I lost my mother when I was 11. She was murdered.
Murdered?
Yes, she was a school teacher. She got robbed, shot in the back, died. And as a young man, that had a lot of trauma. So going through that grief growing up, you know, I rebelled. My dad and I drifted apart and when I needed them the most. So for years and years, we had a head-butt relationship. But for the past 20 years, we've built a strong bond. COVID hit. My biggest fear, obviously, I lost my mother. I know how that felt. Was, oh my gosh, what about Dad? All those years wasted bickering and fighting. My biggest fear was, what about my dad? I called him, I'm a builder, and said, Dad, I'm in Michigan, he's in New Jersey. I said, Dad, I have N95 masks. I send them to you, will you wear them? Because every day I was calling him, what are you doing? Oh, we just got home from the store again. And, you know, he goes shopping every couple of days. I'm like, what are you doing? Go and get your groceries for like a month. Oh, we're not doing that. I said, I'm going to send you these masks. I'm not wearing a mask. We will not be wearing a mask. Well, fast forward to January 2021. He's got his New York Yankees mask. My mom's a teacher at the university. At first, my dad calls me. He said, what do you think of this vaccine, son? I said, how do you mind? He goes, well, I'm not. He says, what do you think about
You got
Wait. He goes, well, I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about giving it to the women in Bible study. We go to Bible study every Wednesday. The women, I said, Dad, remember when I was a kid and I did something stupid? You sat me down on the side of my bed and had your dad talk with me and explain what I did, what I should have done, and I learned my mistakes. You always ended that with, if all your friends are going to go jump off the bridge, does that mean you're going to follow and jump? Oh, I don't know why you're being so difficult and stubborn. Well, 4.5 weeks go by. We talk once a week religiously. Sometimes more. Text, phone calls. I get a text message from him 4 weeks later. We would love, because he was planning on coming to visit. love to come visit you, not until you're vaccinated. And I'm capital letters, what the fuck? If you got the what do you have to fucking worry about? And of course, he didn't respond. The next day I called him and I apologized. I was disrespectful. That's how he taught me. Respect for the elders. But I said,
You loved him.
and I
That's
loved
why
him.
you
And I said, Dad, you have your views and opinions, and I respect them, and I wish and pray that you would do that. And I would hope that you would have the same respect for my views. You know, and what you just did there, my biggest fear when this all started was, I don't want to lose my dad to this program. And that was a form of losing him, not necessarily because he got COVID, but because of COVID. 4 weeks go by. It's my wife's son, my stepson, high school graduation day, honor student. About an hour before we leave, my stepmother calls me. She says, Rob, Dad's gone. What? Dad's gone. He's gone. Where is he? Rob, Father's dead. That morning, he woke up. He never sat on the couch. He had his chair. He says, I'm not feeling good. She went and made him some tea. He had the first tea, and half hour went by. She says, you want another? He says, yeah, that helped me feel a little better. She went in the kitchen. He was making the tea. She looks out. She says, I saw him in his chair. And then he says, I'm going to get up and lay on the couch. She thought, that's kind of weird. She looked out. She said, she saw him get up, go over and lay on the couch. Not even 2 minutes later, she walked out with the tea. 1 o'clock. And then, that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it. 8 months later, she calls me. All these studies with women, it's going to their ovaries. So they had to take it all out. And then they botched their surgery. It was supposed to be the liposcopic. And when they were putting one of those in, they sliced the main nerve that goes down the foot. So then they had to cut her all the way open and fix that. And then she would have had 5 little scars. Now she's done.
Still alive?
So far, so good. But I think to myself, at the end of the day now,
Part of my family was injected. He's still alive until now.
I'm going to end that. I ended it. I was live.